What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV. In this video, we're gonna do an unboxing, first impressions, and an overview of the new Microsoft Surface Duo. To say this device is interesting is an understatement. You gotta check this video out. It's super interesting. There's so much to this. Let's get into it. All right, so here we go. As you saw, I did pull out the Microsoft Surface Duo in the beginning of the video. So I've already opened it up and set it up, but ports on here, everything is really minimal. You can see it does have a USB-C port. And then on the right-hand side, you have the fingerprint sensor, you have the power button, and then you have volume up and down. They really stick out a lot. They're almost kind of pointy in a way. So yeah, and this is what it looks like. Opened, closed. Okay, so it says the Surface Duo bumper specifically designed to protect your device, which I have not taken this out yet. So let's check this out real quick. Oh, there it is. And I believe this attaches via like adhesive, they said. So you can take it off, turn it, and put it back and stuff like that. But yeah, it's gonna protect your device, almost like a case basically. And it tells you how to put it on. Over here, it looks like we're gonna have the charger and the cable probably. There you go. It should be an 18-watt USB-C charger. Over here you have the instructions on the phone and the SIM card ejector. And then lastly, this will be the USB-C cable, which that thing is thick. Whoa, well, it's not that thick, not too bad. But USB-C cable on both ends. So let's talk about the Surface Duo. I'm gonna turn it on. One thing that I noticed right off the bat is that they don't have, at least I didn't see it, a method. Obviously you can use your fingerprint to unlock the phone. You can enter a PIN, but you can't do it like a swipe. You know, like if you have a swiping code, you can't do that. I don't know why they don't have that. It's really strange. Fingerprint sensor works generally good. As you saw, it wasn't recognized the first time. I still feel like the one on the Pixel 4a definitely is better. The ones that go on the back of the phone, the ones you usually use with your index finger. Obviously you can use your index finger with this one, but I don't know. As you know, you can, or if you didn't know, you can use this in multiple orientations. As right now I'm using it like this. I can also flip it around and use it this way. I can hold it as a tent and use it this way if I wanted to. I can use it as just one display. So you can use it in multiple directions. The hinge right off the bat is amazing. It feels super premium. Also, holding this in your hand feels very, very premium. I'm very happy with the feel of this in my hand in terms of quality. The hinge doesn't feel like it's going to break. It's very heavy duty. It feels very rigid, like it's not going to break at all. I love it. I think it feels fantastic. Notifications, weird to me. I wish it looks too skinny that way. And even when you have it this way, it's still too skinny to me. I want it to go all the way up, all the way across the screen, like completely edge to edge of this one display. It feels too small. I'm just not a fan of that. Also, I'm not a fan of these icons, the way these quick toggles look, all square. I don't know, it just looks old to me, dated. Not a huge fan of that. This is easy stuff they could change or at least give you customizations. Speaking of square, the other thing I'm not hugely fond of is the square icons for these. Now, you can't just change the icons due to the launcher that you're using. If you use a different launcher, it looks awkward on this phone. It has to be compatible. Other launchers seem kind of weird. I used the launcher on here, and that one you obviously could change the icons, but it just looks awkward on here in terms of the launcher. It doesn't work because it's dual display, and Android's not fully updated to recognize full dual displays because Microsoft didn't put like a complete software layer over this like Samsung does with theirs. So it's just kind of awkward at this moment. So I'm stuck with these square icons. As you can see right here, typing, a little bit awkward because you're typing on one thumb. I don't like that part. I think that's uncomfortable. I want to be able to type with two hands, but again, it's quite awkward to do that on here. So and I think that's a sticking point that I'm going to see a lot with this device is you're going to see that it's kind of awkward overall in terms of using it. Camera, let's talk about that. You can see it right here. It only has one camera. It's right there. So if I want to use the back camera, I have to close it like this, and it automatically, you know, rotates to that, which is cool. And if I pull it back here, it automatically goes back.
Someone's at front door.
Someone's at my front door. Looks like it was just a delivery. Looks like we're good. But yeah, so like when you use this, you can just switch back and forth between the camera if you want to use it front or back, but ultimately it's the same camera. And it does go up to 4K 60 video. You can do 4K 30 as well. It does photos, slow-mo, portrait mode, panorama, and that's pretty much it. So let me show you some samples of photos and videos that I have with the camera on here. This is a walk test, recording on the camera here, acting like it's the back camera, but you'll get an indication of how steady it is while I walk. When I look through the viewfinder, like on the screen, it actually doesn't look that bad in terms of me walking around. I'll obviously be able to see a little bit better when I look at it on my computer screen, but right now it actually doesn't look too bad, especially with it. I can't remember if this is OIS or EIS, but yeah, kind of interesting. Here we go with a little walk test, holding the camera in front of me while I'm outside. It's definitely, when I interviewed Harry McCracken about this, and he said it's kind of awkward to take a photo and a video with, and I know other tech reviewers who have had this phone for a while said the same thing. I can totally get it right now. It's definitely awkward with it, getting photos and stuff. And I know it's primarily not made for, a regular person. It's for a business person or something like that, but I don't know. It's a little bit awkward with videos and photos. When you're using the phone, you can use it and do some interesting things in different orientations, like I said. So if I have Microsoft, let's open up Microsoft Surface, Microsoft Edge browser right here. I can use it on one screen and then open up another app if I want. I can switch these you can see that little white bar. Let me go back to it. This little white bar, just move it over like that. You can easily move apps. You can stack apps as well. If I want to stack apps, I can do that. And then move them back. So you can, that's interesting to do stuff like that. And then also what you can do is you can drag and hold this so it goes across both displays, and you can do multiple things. And some apps act different depending upon what you're doing on here. So when you're reading a story for this app, you can see it takes over both displays. Very interesting. Obviously, you could hold it like this. So if you don't want to hold your phone, or if you're watching a video at night, I'll show you that as well. Let me show you Instagram as well, because that's obviously a popular app. And now I have it ultra big Instagram to look at. The other cool things you can do with the apps is you can do like these little pairings. So I'll have Instagram and Twitter, for instance, that I want. I have another one for Instagram and YouTube. And these are really easy to do. And you can build them either from the app launcher or from your home screen. So for instance, if I wanted to do one, I could press and hold the app that I want, hit groups, and then I just choose the other app I want. So right now I have Google Play Store. Maybe I want the other one to be Bing. And then I'll hit done. It'll ask me for a name. So I just give it a name. I'll just call it Bing Play. Hit OK. Automatically puts it on my home screen for me. So now when I press that, it's gonna open up the Google Play Store and Bing. It's super simple to do it. I love it. That's one of the great things about the software. That's one of the easiest things to do on here. And again, you can do that from the home screen or from the desktop. Next, let's check out a video. So I'm gonna pause it for a second just to let you know that the audio is a mono speaker. It's not amazing. It's not loud either. I've said my piece.
Today about the Microsoft Surface Duo. This phone official release date is.
So when you're watching a video,
if you've been watching any other tech
you can do your video like that and do something over here. Maybe you want to do Instagram.
Talk about the phone, and today's
or actually let's just do Google Play Store. So I can do two things at once, or I can turn it this way, and obviously the video won't be
And when it comes to phones, it looks like the phone is
fully large, but you can still watch a video, do what you want in here, and respond to comments and stuff like that. Or I can drag it across both displays. And some of these apps aren't going to look correct, but I mean, it kind of does, kind of doesn't. Let's make it extra large. It looks awkward, obviously. The better orientation of this is to use it like this. So you get the video on that part, and then on the bottom here, half here, you can respond to comments, or look for another video or something like that. In terms of performance, it's been decent. It's definitely not as fast as like my Galaxy Note 20 Ultra, but that has a newer processor, more RAM. This is completely fine. This has 256 gigabytes of storage, so it has a ton of storage. I'm fine on that, and Snapdragon 855 and 6 gigabytes of RAM. There's been a couple of hiccups. The home screen has crashed a couple of times. The software gets a little buggy sometimes, but ultimately I'd probably say it's about 80%, 90% solid in terms of the software experience, at least from what I've used in the handful of hours that I've been using this phone. The display itself does get fairly bright. Like right now it's at halfway brightness, and I can see this beautifully. It looks absolutely fine. I have no problems with the brightness of this display. Also, the quality of the display is generally pretty good. When I press and hold on an empty space on the home screen, I can go to change wallpaper or add widgets. That's all I can do. I can also change the home screen, like which I want to be my main homepage. That's about it. There's not much more you can do that. The wallpapers, anybody can download wallpapers, but here's some of the Surface ones that they give you for free built into here. You also have Bing images, colors, and then your own photos. Also to the left here, you have this little page that shows off different things such as your calendar. It'll show off tasks, or if you have any sticky notes, recently used apps, documents, recent activities, and you can edit this view to show other things in here. You can add other widgets if you want. So it's pretty customizable to have that little left information over here to add more stuff. Let's head into settings. And in settings, we have not a ton of things in here. Let me go to sound so you can hear some of the phone ringtones that come in here. It's always, I don't do this a lot, but I thought I'd give you a kind of a look at this so you can hear what it sounds like. There's your Surface Shimmer ringtone. Oh, these are kind of bad. Oh, those are kind of awful. Those are like, those sound like 1990s ringtones. Notification sounds, you can turn off some of that stuff right there. The other is display, and you can turn on dark mode. Home screen, you can see, you can come in here and you can change your feed like we did earlier. Let me go back into home screen. Set search bar, lock, and preferences. So you can go in here and change your search engine. I'll change it to Google. Didn't even do that here. Image search, voice search, search bar style. Oh, there you go. I do it around right there. Search suggestions. App drawer, show recent apps, group apps alphabetically. Notification badges, you can turn that off if you want, or you can show numbers or a dot. You can lock your home screen. You can add new apps to the home screen when you download them. Change the colors from vivid or sRGB. Font size is at its largest. Let me pipe that down a little bit. Adaptive brightness I have on, lock screen display, show all notification content. Storage, I have the 256 gigabyte version. I'm using, looks like about 46 gigabytes of storage thus far. I did get one update already with the phone, and I got that right when I turned on the phone, and I haven't had an update since I did that. So it's running Android 10. Hopefully they'll push out an update that adds more features, or I don't know. I just feel like when you use the phone, it's you know, like I said, it's about 80%, 90% decent. It's just kind of awkward typing. I don't know. I'll need more time with it for sure, but I don't know. The camera's just okay. Speakers are just okay. The screen is nice. I don't know. We'll see how it goes over time and see how I feel about it. It feels premium. It feels quality. That's the Microsoft Surface Duo. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. See you down the road.